a lot of quote unquote swag. What does that mean? He grew up in the hood. He grew up around black men. They wanted black men, and they want black men to want them, and they want to make them jealous like a little high school girl. So they go date the quote best friend because they want reaction.
Okay, so this basically spells out you're mad because some people don't want black men, and it disturbs you that we don't because it makes you feel like what you got isn't that special. You want to be preferred by black men, and you feel like you can try to do that with dark-skinned black women. That's what you try to do, and you feel like if dark-skinned black women go to other races, then it upsets you because you feel like you can't compete. Because you're basically banking off of a hair texture and length. That hair texture isn't even all that soft. I heard someone say you have 4A hair. I'm grazing through this 4A hair that I got. I could tell you, it's really not much different from a 4C. So that is holding on to the very little that you can to define the difference between yourself and a dark-skinned black woman. But let's continue.
Putting on a wig, putting on makeup, making themselves look like sex objects is so much easier than actually loving themselves. And
no, what your issue is with that is you don't like them being feminine, obviously. And since you don't like these people being feminine, it's because you want to create a certain image of dark-skinned black women to create an image for yourself to cut out of. If you can make yourself more feminine, if you can make yourself look a little bit better than dark-skinned black women, it can help you. Even though at the end of the day, you are just a dark-skinned black woman with 4 hair, just like any dark-skinned black woman with 4 hair. I think honestly this is what happens when you are male identified, because you try your hardest to be as far from black women, because black men hate black women because they hate themselves. Because black men are dark skinned, hate their own dark skin, so then they hate dark skin and black women as well. But yeah, continue.
It's literally them saying in the comment section. You could go onto this video and see it for yourself. She says in YT stalking me, we're cut from a different cloth, honey. Don't compare us or lump us with other women. We're unique. These women want to be worshipped. I keep saying it. And it's funny because these women will talk about how they need to stop perpetuating this stereotype of angry black women behaviors, but they do it.
Right now, you seem like an angry black woman to me. I mean, how do you not? You seem like you're really angry, you're really jealous, and you're really hateful to dark-skinned black women because of your proximity.
Protect their image, and then they'll lie and say, oh, well, no, they're just more adjusted and more accepting of their blackness. No, you brainwash those kids to prioritize that the fact that you're black and you're dark skinned over their own mixed race heritage. Black men aren't that same way.
To be completely honest with you, with this whole idea of the situation, I don't really feel that's the case. I feel like when you have a darker skinned black mother, you are put in a mindset where you're supposed to think of yourself in the same lens, basically. And it's a good position to be in when you're a lighter skinned black person. Why would you want to be put into a mindset that you would appreciate, where dark skinned black men try to believe in a hierarchy for women? If you have a white mother and you're darker than your mother, and your father believes in the hierarchy of white is better than mixed, and the whiter the better, you are basically put in an inferior position. Why would that be healthy for anyone? You know? But of course, you wouldn't see this as wrong because, in your view, you do see that white as better, basically. This is why you're so angry that you're a dark skinned black woman with 4 hair, because you feel like you're at the bottom and you're trying to scrap to find a way to have someone beneath you. That's what these videos are basically for. A way for you to signify you're not the worst thing ever, and to point to dark skinned black women with 4C hair to say, see, there's somebody less than me. That's sad. You know, I never really thought it was a smart idea or a good idea to point to dark skinned black women and say, hey, I'm lighter than a dark skinned black woman. That makes me better or something. That's not true. I wouldn't see dark skinned black women that way. I wouldn't see you that way, you know, because it's dumb. I'm basically saying 85% of the population that isn't black at all is automatically better than me. Why the fuck is my self esteem so low that I'm so desperate to find just some random dark skinned black woman to feel a little bit better than, when I've just basically said 85% of women are better than me by adhering to the whiter the better? You know, you're too desperate. You have so low of a self-esteem and you're not smart enough to understand what you're saying about yourself. So that's all I have to say here. I just had a few other remarks I had to say here. So thanks